Epic Beast here, and welcome back to Sprocket. Today I bring you the TOG 2. Now, I built this thing really fast, like really fast. I built fast in the game, but I built this thing crazy quick. What you see here is maybe taking me about 25 minutes. And that's with all the little armor plating put on, all the testing, everything. I couldn't believe how fast I built this damn thing. Now, I didn't even know what this was. A friend, my friend Hamster, he was building this. He ended up getting the game, and he posted a picture of it. I'm like, what the hell is a TOG? And he's like, British tank. And Wiseman jumps in, which he loves British tanks, and he's like, yeah, some World War I tank that, was built during World War II, and they decided not to use it. So I go and Google it, and lo and behold, I had actually watched the tank chat on this vehicle, and I don't even remember it. But so I Googled the look, and somebody in the comments was like, you should build a TOG. So I built a TOG. I mean, they did mention that I should build like a tank crossing vehicle. I mean, and we had Gavin who said I should design the Mandalov tank. And so I did that, but I still wanted to do the TOG. So look it up, and this is about as close as I can get, which I am just shy of the right weight. I mean, I could, I don't know, throw in an extra crew member or extra ammunition or something just to get that weight up to snuff. But if we look here, let's, yeah, this is the best way to do it. We have 114 millimeter of armor on the front and on the front of the turret. I did it on the sides as well. Now the top is only 10 millimeter. I could probably thicken that up because up here I put it at 50. Maybe that's what I need. Let's try that real quick. Let's see, 50 millimeter. Make you 50 millimeter. There we go, about 80 tons. Perfect. So, yeah, 114 millimeter, which is what the wiki stated. I'm just kind of running by the wiki. Still says 10 millimeter. I might have to. But the sides are 75. The sides of the tank are 114, and then it's 50 millimeter on the back and 50 millimeter back here. The vehicle had a 600 horsepower engine, so I basically messed with the large engine till I got about 600 horsepower, and I actually get about the right performance out of the vehicle. I get about 15 miles an hour, which was its estimated speed. Now, it used an electric transmission, like the mouse did. But, like I said, electric transmissions at the time, you couldn't get an electric motor quite powerful enough. So you had nice high torque, but you didn't have speed, and it was still not the best technology at the time, not like it is now. And so it was cool. You could get a nice acceleration, but you weren't going very fast, and the transmissions weren't reliable. So this thing actually gets to its intended speed. Now, I guess the real TOG only got to about 8.5 miles an hour, and but they still weren't happy with it. And the length of this thing makes it tough to properly turn while you're driving. So let's go ahead and give it a try here. As you see, accelerate relatively well, but now I'm not turning while driving. I'm surprised it even turns this well, to be honest. And then now if we stop, what's funny is it actually, its neutral steering is also better than I assumed. But it's a nice stable ride. I mean, you can't climb with this thing. You're not going anywhere very quickly, but this thing will cross trenches for days. It is a bridge with a turret. And the armor overall, effectiveness against other vehicles, I should state. Let's go ahead and Crom Tilda. Come on, Crom Tilda. Can you pump a shot at me, please? You gonna get me? You gonna shoot at me? There we go. Yep. You gonna... Come on, don't make the audience wait. There we go. Keep shooting me. Is he just hit me in the turret? He is. Ow. Actually, I have not pitted this thing against a panther yet. Sorry, I'm just bashing at keys. So, alright, panther. You go through the front gate. Oh yeah, you had to go through the trees, huh? Well, apparently it does take out his turret. Oh, and he hit me right in that lower plate, too. I must have been slightly angled or something when he shot, or I don't know. But you can see here, this will take on a little hill like that, but I can barely get this on those little road bumps. Let's see. I don't even know where I hit him. Goodness. Well, there we go. That did the trick for sure. So, overall, I do think this looks like a TOG, about as close as I am possibly going to get it, because it does have a rounded turret, but it's all weird angles, and the angled turret kind of matches almost exactly. The gun is 76mm, just like a 17-pounder with a full-size shell, so this is usually what I do for my American 76. So what I could probably do is the American 76, this is actually closer to the stats for the American 76 as far as like penetration values and such. But for the American, I could probably like tone it down just a little bit, like say a 90%, you know, or 0.9 meters. And then for the 17-pounder, you max it. You get that extra 7mm pen. Even though the 17-pounder actually had a lot more penetration. But it was less accurate. The American 76 was that was mounted on the 76mm armed Shermans was actually a really good gun. It was very accurate. It was also on the M18s. The M10 has a different gun that was actually an amalgamation of several different guns put together to make a 76mm gun. But the American 76, like I said, that was on all those other tanks, was extremely accurate, while the 17-pounder had higher penetration, was accurate enough for service. Let's put it that way. But the higher penetration made it worth it. It made it worth every ounce. The highest Allied tank ace is actually a Canadian Firefly Sherman that had a 17-pounder. It's something like 15 or 16 kills credited to that tank, which is pretty damn impressive. And I like it on this tank. And what's funny is I normally don't like tanks like this, but this was pretty fun to build, if I'm honest. The only thing I can do is take shots and cross trenches and all that. I usually I enjoy light tanks. I like tanks that require real tactics to them. I mean, this thing is just go wherever you're capable of going and shoot at things and take hits. Light tanks have to be crafty. They have to use their cover and hide, and usually they're used as scout, advanced scout vehicles and such, and I like that. So, but I think this thing's cool. I don't know. I might have to give it a more British camo at some point. This one is pretty British, but it seeps through all the little plates and everything. That kind of looks weird. I don't know. I could keep this and just remove all the plates for this, or just go with the olive drab. So, I don't know. I'm curious. What do you guys think about this thing? Have you guys ever heard of the TOG before? It's kind of an obscure tank. There's only one ever built, and I had to learn about it to build this, so I'm kind of curious what's your guys' experience with the TOG. Well, if you have any suggestions for the future, please leave your ideas in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.